what the fuck was that round? Well, it went from the toughest course I've ever seen in the morning to like, oh my God, my guy made a birdie, I feel so good, to, oh my God, my guy made a par in the afternoon, I'm fucking cooked, right? Well, I don't know what happened there. That was a complete change of course. We're going to have to talk a little bit about it to try to find whatever edge we can find tomorrow for Showdown, because this course, 3 days in a row, has clearly been a different course in the afternoon, and it's like the scores from the morning are laughable, right? I swear Nick Taylor probably shot a 57 today when you factor in the course he played on versus the course those afternoon guys were playing on. What's up, new guy? I'm the Degenerate75. I'm a PGA DFS content creator who's been playing DFS for a very long time, specifically PGA, and I am here to help you get better at it because I don't suck at it, and I can help you with all the ways you do suck. If that sounds interesting, hang around for about the next 30 minutes. Check out the stream. Toss a question in there. I'll be doing a drawing in a little bit, right? And if you really, really like the cut of my jib, check out this schedule. You see the schedule right there? Of course you're watching Showdown Hoedown, but next week's the U.S. Open, the best week of the year, the best week of the year. My course preview show already dropped today. Make sure you go check that out. I will be dropping tomorrow at noon this show right here with my dude Alex Blickel. We talked all things golf, U.S. Open, and sports. I really encourage you to check that out tomorrow. Great talk. I think you're going to like it. Of course, be here Wednesday for the emergency stream, because if you don't know the big guy, not a poor. The guy in the back, yeah, he thinks I'm a poor, but that's just because I don't feed him. And, of course, I will be doing round 2, round 3, and round 4 Showdown next week live, just like you're watching right now, you motherfather. So be there. I give away a lot of shit. If that's what it takes to get you to come here, well, then I'll do it. Honestly, people just like to fucking build lineups with me. And you know what? I'm a man of the people, okay? Because I'm not, like, famous and, like, don't have time to talk to people that watch my show. All right, not one of those fucks. Anyway, so don't forget, tomorrow, dropping. Watch that, right? Me and Alex knows quite a bit about the game of golf, okay? By the way, if you're here, if you want to know some good underdog picks, some pick'ems for tomorrow, I will be covering that at the end. Also, I'll be giving you 4 guys who are historically good round 3 scores, right? Do you remember the guys I gave you yesterday? Are you one of those guys who are like, I don't wait around till the end of the video to see them 4 guys, or hell, I couldn't remember. Well, great news, old guy. I got it right here called the Rosetta Stone, right? I tell you all the time. And you go, and we have this thing called the historical round 3 grades. And there's this guy on there named Tommy Fleetwood. And look at that. Fucking, he's an A+. Okay, well, that stuff don't matter. That's just random if they play good on round 3s. Okay, old guy. Let's go look at Nick Taylor. Nick Taylor on there. A. Oh, man, really? So, like, a guy that's an A+ and an A are the 2 guys who broke the fucking slate today. Oh, and let's not forget about Justin Rose. Also an A+, right? And there's only 3 A+ on there, so don't act like it's everybody, Dickie. Unbelievable. By the way, can I just point out, Justin Rose, Tommy Fleetwood, Nick Taylor. All color. What color are they? Cash. If you had those 3 guys in cash, you were fucking printing money. The Rosetta Stone, the best tool, but I'll sell you later. So I'll be giving you those 4 round 4 scores and underdog guys at the end, okay? Hey, don't forget to check out Cut Sweats. All the links are in the description, but if you use my code Degenerate75, you can get half off the first month. And coming into today, you can see the big guy had some real win equity. I don't know if you can see around my big fucking dome. Let me move. I was 12% to win a ticket, or 13% to win 1 ticket, 11% to win another ticket, and like 2% and 3% to win 2 other GPPs. So very live heading in today. And then Nick Taylor went out and fucking went nuclear this morning, and I was legit winning 4 different GPPs. And I was like, I am the greatest. I am the greatest. But all my guys that still hadn't came out, Hatton, Rye, Lauer, guys like that, they all, Hodges, Carson Young, they all got together and they said, hey, bring it in, guys, bring it in. Why don't we go out there and not make a single fucking birdie? And then they all put their hands in the middle and they said, let's break, let's do it. And you know what? Sometimes you just got to tip your cap. Guys have goals to not make a fucking birdie. They go out there and do it. You just got to respect it. So kudos to all those fucks, as I got to watch myself moonwalk all afternoon and watch every donkey dick luck sack piece of shit, especially Rory, get there. God, I was so hoping he was going to 4-putt on 18 to kill everybody's bogey-free round for playing that loser. Rory is not going to win. Rory's a fucking bum. Okay, he's number 1 in putting so far. If you want to keep riding Rory's luck-ass putter, you go right on ahead, Bob. I'm going to play him. But that's just a mush him, right? I'm playing a different level than you. I'm playing fucking voodoo level, okay? So you got to remember, I play him for different reasons. If you think this win equity is cool, you want to know if you have some real chances to win tomorrow, well, this win equity right here will be updated. Let me move my big ass. It will be updated, and you will be able to say the new win equity. This was after round 2, and I bet it was probably up to like 40% at one point, and now it's probably like 1% because, you know, all my guys said, fuck it, I quit. By the way, Cam Young, that guy is fucking broke, okay? Like, he's a broken person, and he has a broken game. All right, let's talk a little bit about what we saw on the course today, right? First of all, the course, as I told you, it was like look at that. 1 3/4 or not 1 3/4, 1 1/3 difference, 1 1/3 strokes difference between the morning guys and the afternoon. Part of that has to be the better guys are playing in the afternoon. Part of that has to be there were more studs in the afternoon. Part of that has to be there's better conditions. This is the 3rd day in a row we have seen that the afternoon is more scoreable. I don't fucking get it, Bob. I don't get it. Typically, almost any golf course, right? Outside of like really cold weather, the afternoon is almost always tougher than the morning. The greens firm up. The greens get chewed up. All these things happen to minimize scoring, right? But not at this course. At this course, it becomes like it goes from the U.S. Open to the John Deere in like a 2-hour period. I don't know what the hell that's all about, but it is undeniable. And if you are not taking this into account for tomorrow when you're making your lineups, I think you're missing the point, Bob. I think you're missing the fucking point. Okay. You've got to be aware that there's just something happening out there with this weather, and for whatever reason, let's say around noon or so, this course just really seems to be at peak scoring conditions. So outside of some crazy wind tomorrow, I think that's kind of the time period you're going to want to go for, right? We got no crustiness, nothing tough in the afternoon. The only guys that struggled in the afternoon on this course were the guys that I really needed to play well, and that's just because they don't ever want me to win another ticket, you motherfuckers. All right, let's talk a little contest selection manana. Pretty decent contest. As you can see, the big $25 tomorrow. I mean, it's okay. It's 25% to first, which you know how I feel about this. That's as high as I ever go. I don't love it, but you know what? It's sure as shit a lot better than when they do that 1/3 to first bullshit. So, you know, as a last-ditch effort, you can get in there, but, you know, that's just, like, legit. If you know, there's usually about 100 to 200 people that'll max 150 that. You do realize 94% of them lose, right, on that for that slate, right? So just know that is a huge losing thing. Outside of finishing in the top 10, you gonna lose tomorrow, Bob. So just know that when you play in contests like that. The much more sustainable contests, of course, are going to be like, you know, I love this 254 max. I know that's out of the price range of a lot of you, but just look at the structure, right? Only 20% to first, right? And a much more balanced payout structure, and you can max enter it by just entering 4 lineups, right? The $100 single entry, the $5 single entry, of course, my baby, the $10 18 max, which looks even great, looks even better tomorrow because they bumped it up to 20,000. That's probably the best one to play in, to be honest. Hey, the $5 drive the green, they've got it up to 5,000 up top, 22,000. So what is that? 22%, 22.5% or so, right? To first, not great, but better than 25. A great mathematician once said. Let's see, what the hell is this? Oh, Rainmakers. Who the fuck, please get the fuck out of here. $5 single entry, $33 single entry. Not seeing anything too crazy new. I will tell you this. Once again, Fantasy Golf World Championship tickets, they running out of time, Bob. Okay? That's why I really wanted to win these 2 that I was winning today when I was like, look at me. I played Nick Taylor. Don't act like you're not impressed. And then everything fell apart. But I won another ticket. So am I going to go for it? Probably. Probably. Should you? Probably not, Bob. Just know, when you're chasing these satellites, they're huge negative EV tournaments. But if you can catch an overlay, like say you want to try to chase one of these 33 tickets, sometimes you can catch an overlay. The key is you got to look for that little green G, which means guaranteed. If it doesn't have that little green G, that means that contest is they're only going to offer that ticket if it fills. Whereas when it has the green G, sometimes you can get an overlay. I'm in a fucking weekend contest, a 204, where it was supposed to have 11 people in it. I think there's only 6 or 7 of us, right? That's huge value, right? That's like, literally, I only have to beat like half the people I should have to beat to win that 2020 ticket, right? So be looking for those. That's when satellites can actually work to your advantage. Also, don't forget, I will have a week-long contest coming up, the Showdown Hoedown Listener League. Of course, DraftKings still hasn't sent me the link, so I got to fucking wait on that, but make sure you get in my $5 3 max. We got to fill that bitch the week of the U.S. Open so I can continue to tell DraftKings that they should listen to me because I know more about their shit than they do. All right, let's talk a little weather. We're going to look at and you can see that, I mean, tomorrow looks sublime. It looks sublime. The whole day looks sublime. I will say this. Some of the projections are showing that there could be storms rolling in around 4 or 5 o'clock local time. And I don't know what was up with today, but they got up there late. right? They're like, well, let's all sleep in tomorrow. And they freaking went till 6:30 my time. So was that 7:30 out there? That was a really late round to finish. And I think tomorrow you're going to see them move everything up 2 hours because the last thing they want is a big weather delay right at the end of the tournament, right? So it wouldn't even surprise me if the PGA does some stupid shit like puts them off 3s and 1 and 10. But I'm pretty sure they'll put them off 2s, all off of 1, and they'll probably go out around 7 a.m. That would be my guess, Bob, right? And that way they can get everybody off by 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, you get everybody off the course roughly by 5:30. You should have plenty of time to beat the weather, right? You can see that I just think you would think that these morning conditions, upper 60s around 9 or 10 o'clock, will be the nuts conditions. And maybe those are the nut conditions, and we're just playing assholes that aren't playing well, right? But those guys in the morning, outside of Nick Taylor, literally everybody, Tigala, Cam Young, Batia, none of them did anything, right? They all just spun their wheels. It was like the hardest tournament you had ever seen in your life, right? But then the afternoon guys come out, and it was just like, how do you not make a birdie every hole? It was insane. So, based on what I've seen the last 2 days, I think that we are going to want to probably target. I think the Goldilocks time to target is probably around noon, right? But more than that, it's really going to factor in where guys are starting, right? Because if you don't know, for round 4 showdown, new guy, there's position points, and position points factor into our decision making. Not as much as, for other people. Other people act like it's the only thing that matters, right? Like, I don't need birdies. I've got a guy that's magically starting him first, so I get 13 points. So, don't be that guy, okay? That's what we're going to consider, and we're going to use that to try to get the guys in the best way who can backdoor some points, because those guys that can backdoor you the points are the ones that you are getting at discounted ownership, so keep that in mind, okay? All right. From there, don't forget, the big guy's giving away $1,500. All you got to do to get in that is like and retweet any U.S. Open-related stuff that I put out on Twitter. Leave comments on any of my U.S. Open videos, like the one I put out today for the course preview, the interview I'll be putting out tomorrow with Alex, stuff like that, okay? Not this one. This is still whatever fucking tournament this is. Tilt My Balls is the name of this tournament. No, Canadian Open. That's what it is, okay? All right. Let's talk a little bit about who's playing well. First of all, you got CT Pan 2 strokes out. Let me just go ahead and tell you. CT Pan luck sacked his dick off today, right? Look at that. 5 strokes putting and around the green. And CT Pan is not a great putter. As a guy who is a CT Pan slut, I can tell you, he is not a great putter, okay? But today, he was like Denny McCarthy. If Denny McCarthy and Brennan Todd had a child, that was CT Pan, right? Well, I guess that would be like a really short troll. But anyways, so he played incredible. I don't know if I love that, but I will tell you this. CT Pan's a little bit of a killer. I've always been a Panamaniac, right? I think he's a legit player. But even legit players can crumple under the heat of being in the final group, right? You see old Aaron Rye? Guy looked like he had seen a ghost the first 6 holes. And he finally calmed down and played a little bit, right? But guys like Fleetwood, Rory, Rose, they're going to be hawking his ass down. And so you got to ask yourself, do I really want to chase that? Because I think that Sunday Showdown has gotten a lot smarter, and in the past, CT Pan would have been 50% owned. I think that at most, he will be 35% tomorrow. That's a pretty big statement, right? 35% for a guy that's 2 shots clear, and I get the magic points. I get 13 bonus points. No, you don't. You get him if he finishes there, dipshit. So I don't think he's going to be as out of control as you normally see the leader, right? And then here's the other thing. I also think Fleetwood, Rory, and Rose all kind of keep each other's ownership down a little bit, right? I don't think any of them cross 40% simply because of this. Because there are other options. There's other ways to spend it, right? It's not like, oh, well, I have to spend my money on Rory because he's the only stud up there. You've got multiple studs to choose from. So I think that keeps them all probably in the 30% range. Maybe one barely cracks 40, but we're not talking any 50% nonsense, right? That's just not going to happen. So what I think you really want to consider is this. What I really notice here is how many guys can really backdoor top 10, right? You only got to get to -10 to backdoor top 10. Look at all these guys just sitting here at -5, -6. We saw clearly today, look at all these rounds, 9, 8, 6, 6, 6, 6, hey, the devil, 5, 5. I mean, there were a lot of big rounds out there today, right? So if you can get these guys, these magic guys just lingering here around 20th, right? Like of course, a stud like Ted Potter Jr. or a scrub like Matthew Fitzpatrick. You got to, if those guys can go out and shoot a -6 tomorrow, get that bogey-free round, get you a streak, and they backdoor you like 7th place points, that's going to be the nuts play. So, and they're probably going to be going out closer to that Goldilocks zone around noon, right? And I think noon to, probably 4:30 is probably going to be the nuts time. That's at least what it was today. So I think that there's a lot to playing guys that are going to be going out not quite in that top 10. Just that pack of chasers, the T11, probably through like T24 guys. I think there's a lot of equity there. There's a lot of guys who can go chase them down, right? Shane Lowry, right? He can chase those guys down like it's an ice cream truck. You know what I'm saying? Who else do we got here? Matthew Fitzpatrick, right? Arrow Hatton. There's some guys that can go chase down. And by the way, I told you, Brandon Wu is one of those guys that I am not afraid to play off to a good round, because that guy, he can carry it for a while. Wouldn't surprise me if he fucking goes and backdoors a top 3 tomorrow. Okay, so that's the strategy, right? The other thing you got to ask yourself is, how low can you go? And I think in the big fields, literally everybody's on the table, right? I think you can legit play anybody. I wouldn't play Cam Young because that motherfucker's broken. But other than that, I wouldn't play Trevor Cohn because, I mean, Jesus, it's Trevor Cohn, right? So I think that you need to have a cutoff, all right? And I think that cutoff probably is going to come somewhere around the even or -1 guys. Like if you want to go play Akshay Bhatia in a big field, he's a guy that can go shoot a -7, right? Ryan Gerard, Callum Tarrant, these guys can get crazy hot, right? And so I think you got to be open to playing those guys in some big fields. If they go have that 99 percentile round and get you that -5 or -6, and they backdoor a top 10 or top 20, well, they probably can't backdoor a top 10, but I think they could probably backdoor top 20, right? Then you're going to need those guys. So I don't think you mark them out. So for me, basically anybody that's even or above, I would be open to putting in my lineups. Guys like Adam Long, Brent Grant, Cam Young, first of all, they're so far out of it, they can't really backdoor you any placement points. Second of all, they're playing so bad, why on earth would you want to play them? And third, we've just seen the morning conditions do not seem to be ideal at this course. So the earlier you go out, not the better, Bob. Not the better. So it's like these guys got everything working against them. So, if you're looking to narrow down your player pool, I don't know that you need to get so cute and play these guys, okay? I do think that having chasers is good. Having these guys, that go all the way back to T54 is okay. But, like, getting guys way down here, like, by the way, Mike Weir, if you played him, what the hell are you doing? All right, so that is the strategy. That is the roster composition. Or no, roster composition is next. And roster composition is this. How many of my guys do I want to start in the top 10? And I think the answer is this. It's how aggressive do you want to be? I think you probably want to have at least 2 guys that are starting 10th or better. Okay, so if you want to fade some of the chalk, well, maybe you stay away from Pam, Fleetwood, Rory, and I have to imagine Rose and Hubbard will be very popular. Maybe you go grab a Novak, a Nick Taylor, a Harry. Well, maybe Nick Taylor will be popular too. Aaron Rai, Corey Connors. Aaron Rai, Novak, and Higgs will definitely be the 4 lowest owned of the top 10 guys, right? And it's okay to mix in a chalky guy, right? So maybe you go Fleetwood and Novak as your 2 guys up there, and that gives you a lot of creativity with what you want to do with the rest of your lineup. And I think you could go as much as 3 or 4 guys that start in the top 10. But the one thing you can't do if you are really trying to win a GPP tomorrow is start with 5 or 6 guys that start in the top 10. That is such a dumb dick play to do, okay? I get it. A lot of them are playing well. They're probably going to be out there in the ideal conditions. They're going to probably, if they have a decent round, they're going to get some more bonus points. But it just doesn't work out that way. Your lineup is going to be so similar to everybody else that you're not going to be able to differentiate yourself. You're going to have 1v1s versus 25 people, and you ain't going to win that, dude. So don't be afraid to mix in a guy that's T24, a guy that's T33, a guy that's T42, along with those 2, 3, maybe even 4 guys in the top 10. I think that's what you want your roster construction to be, and I think that's what, if you're an optimizer guy, I think that's how you want to set it. From there, if you want to know some guys that really ball struck today, this is all on Data Golf. It's completely free. You can look at everything I'm looking at. Will Gordon, played him today because his ball striking has been good, right? He could never do good. He did bad yesterday. Or he could. If he didn't putt and chip like an asshole, he would have probably had a nuts round today. But it is Will Gordon, so we kind of got to expect that. If you're a ball striking truther, I think you got to love old Doug Gimster to bounce back tomorrow, right? TPJ picked up 4.3 on approach. Okay, life no longer makes sense anymore. I told you the man's a stud. The man is a stud. Okay, there's old luck sack Rory McIlroy piece of shit. He's going to win, okay? That guy is a champion. He could never lose. He'll never let you down. Just like he would never 3-putt on 18 to rob you of a birdie that cost you a GPP. That's not me. That's just somebody out there talking. I did play him, but I was not sweating any showdown GPPs. Dylan Wu, if you are a ball striking truther, you got to love that, right? I mean, really great ball striking day. Did not get it done with the short game. Jonathan Bird, if you really are fucking feeling yourself. Anybody else? Alex Smalley could be a good one too, right? So that's some ball striking guys if you're a ball striking truther. If you're an approach truther, I think you're going to see a lot of these same guys repeat. Man, Justin Rose got in fuego on the back there, right? But he was also putting like he was just walking in 10-footers like they were fucking nothing, like they were tap-ins. man, Eric Cole made a nice little rally today. Remember, Eric Cole was one of those guys that shot him and Sig, they shot their -3s when it was a much tougher course. -3 when Sig and Cole were out there was a fucking impressive score, dude. So I think that maybe you want to give them a little bit more weight than some of the others, right? Anybody just killed themselves off the tee that were otherwise good? Well, Brian Gay sucks. There's a little key to life for you. Brendan Todd, look at the troll. Good on approach, bad at putting. Okay, I can get down with some old troll finding his putter. Okay, better than him finding small children as they cross over his bridge. All right. Anybody kill themselves around the green but were otherwise good? We already talked about TPJ. Harry Hall. Now, oh, wow. Harry Hall's a guy that's usually really good at putting and around the green. So if you're playing the bounce back narrative, and he's got if the one thing he did well today is approach and we know he can putt, maybe you go to Harry Hall in his stupid fucking hat. It's just something to consider, right? Last thing I think you want to look at is bounce back guys. Who are some guys up there that just really spun their wheels today? Guys that could never do good tomorrow, or they could. And I think you got to start with Errol Hatton, right? I didn't love Terrell Hatton after his nuclear round, right? I did not play him at Showdown today. However, now that he played shitty, now I'm right back to being interested in old Errol Hatton. Plus, that guy, he don't give a shit on Sundays, and he will go fire at some pins. Who else really spun their wheels? Oh, S.H. Kim, the donkey dicks got punished finally. Let's go. I think he was 3 over. He rallied quite nicely. Old S.H. Kim for don't play donkey dicks. Who else we got? Oh, Lee Hodges. Yeah, well, that's because he was in my lineups. You can't overcome that kind of mush, brother. Knowing it. Garrick Higo, ball striking, lurking, nuclear hot potential. Sign my ass up twice. Okay, don't play Justin Lauer. That guy's a fucking dumpster fire. I was patting myself on the back about, look at me, I played Justin Lauer, and now I'm like, please don't look at me. I played Justin Lauer. All right, anybody else? Yeah. Sahith Theegala might be one that just nobody is going to play. If you want to spend your money on a stud that nobody's going to play, go look at Sahith Theegala, because you got to remember, he did shoot a -1 today, which doesn't seem great, but he did do it on a much tougher course, okay? So there you go. That are some guys to consider. That is the strategy to consider. Do me a favor. Sign up for this newsletter right here. I have a newsletter that's going to start coming out Tuesday. No strings attached. It doesn't cost anything. It's nothing weird. It's just a way for me to get all my information to you, guy who likes to check his email but can't figure out that frickin' Discord, man. I just can't figure it out. And if you sign up and you show me that you signed up, just send an email to TheDegenEditor@gmail.com or just DM him on Twitter @TheDegenEditor. He will give you a free week all the way through the U.S. Open on my site simply for signing up for the newsletter. You can't beat that, because if you don't know, my website is the fastest growing community in PGA DFS, DGen75.com. Come check it out. You won't regret it. You've already seen the Rosetta Stone. Here's what it is. It has everything you need to know to make informed decisions, break down the player field efficiently, quickly, and make wise decisions to help you make your player pool. Try it out. You won't regret it, brother. Lastly, don't forget to like and subscribe. The big guy needs your help. Tell a friend, because YouTube ain't going to share my shit. When you like and subscribe, it helps a ton, okay? Those 4 guys that are really good round 4 scores. Errol Hatton, Eric Cole, Cam Percy, and Callum Tarrant. Oh, no. Oh, no. He's about to be tearing up my wallet tomorrow. And as far as pick'ems go tomorrow, I think anybody teeing off afternoon, I think if they're going to put 4.5 birdies out there, I want the over on the studs. I think they're going to get birdies tomorrow. They might tuck some flags and make it a little bit tougher, but if they're not, and they're going out in 2s, and I've got guys out there, I think that I want to attack the over on 4.5 birds. I think that's what I want to do. Guys going out in the morning, I think it might be the opposite. I think I might actually want to stack the over on bogeys, especially if they're putting something lazy like 2.5 out there. So that's probably how I'm going to play my card, okay? And you do yours, okay? All right, editor, real quick, in the chat, give me somebody to win a ticket with me tonight that we will go toss in this big $25. Okay? Editor is drawing right now to get in the, what did I click here? All. You stupid idiot. You stupid moron. All right, Monday Dynamo. Let's go. Me and you. Send me a DM, or if you're over on the website, hit me up on the Discord. We will get in here. We will be playing this. Let's go try to win 50 grand. Yes, sweaty, try hard. Okay, let's get to some questions. I'm only going to do questions for probably about 5 or 10 minutes, okay? So if I don't get to it, sorry. C. Floyd says, smash the like button, new guy. I agree with him. Smash the like button, you motherfather. All right, do we need to consider Mark Hubbard as a good golfer? I don't think so. I do not think Mark Hubbard is a good golfer, but I'll tell you this. In this field, he might be. And he's playing really well. Okay, when Mark Hubbard, his approach is on, he's a lot like, when Denny McCarthy, Mark Hubbard, Brennan Todd, when those guys, when their approach is on, I play him. Because historically speaking, they're great putters and not always the most consistent on approach. Mark Hubbard is out there throwing some fucking darts right now. So I am not afraid to play Mark Hubbard. And you know what? You want to know something? I think Rory McIlroy is a fucking loser. And I think Tommy Fleetwood never wins. So I know there's some big studs up there that he has to go past, but I think that it's legit something he could do. I would rather have Mark Hubbard charging than be up where CT Pan is. All right, let's just give the trophy to Rory, right? Of course, let's give the trophy to Rory because but that trophy, I should specify, is called the biggest fucking loser in the tournament. Which Canadian is going low tomorrow? Yeah, there has been a Canadian, I think Corey Connors, right? Let's just play the bounce back Corey Connors. He just strikes me as the guy that'll shoot a -6 bogey-free round tomorrow. Oh, by the way, I almost kind of hope Rory wins this tournament, so he'll be like 22% owned next week at the U.S. Open. I can punish all those donkeys. Yes, he is, Sarah. He's a huge fucking loser. How much will Rory win by tomorrow? 27. 27 is the answer. PM or AM tomorrow? Hannah, after what I've seen, I'm definitely PM, guys. Hey, guy in the back, will Canadian win tomorrow? He said no, but he did want me to tell you, Nick, he's sorry. He's sorry, okay? He wish it wasn't like that. Who doesn't love free stuff? Poors. Actually, I think Poors really do love free stuff. So Poors love. So Riches don't. Richies? I don't know what to call them. Corey Connors, bounce back? I think so, Tom. I don't hate it, brother. Who kicked you in the nuts the most today? Justin Lauer and Arrow Hatton. I had them in all three of my lineups. My three that were winning GPPs, or my four that were winning GPPs, all had Aaron Wright, Arrow Hatton, and, Cam Young. That fucking piece of shit. Forgot about it. All three of them kicked me in the nuts. The three guys I had in all my lineups kicked me in the nuts. All right, let's see. Any captain showdown tomorrow? I'm not, but that's just because I'm a lazy fuck who's set in my ways. Will Lauer get his head out of his pooper tomorrow? I wouldn't count on it, Brian. I think that guy flew a little too close to the sun. Now he's dealing with the reality. Thoughts on going with Hatton tomorrow? I love him and Connors for bounce back tomorrow. I think they make a lot of sense. Anyone over their interest to go nuclear tomorrow? I mean, go with your typical nuclear hot guys. Callum Tarrant, Garrett Kigo, guys like that, right? Harrison Endicott. I'm kidding. Do not play Harrison Endicott. I have him in my lineups. He will melt down tomorrow. How many completely out of contention guys would you consider in the same lineup? No more than one. I would say one at most, right? Is Cam Young broken? He definitely is. Can Nick Taylor make a putt tomorrow? I mean, he can make every putt except when it's for a fucking streak. He can't make any of them. Let's see. Skipping down. Aaron Wright, top 5 tomorrow. I mean, yeah, I was pretty impressed with how he gutted it out today, right? All right. What is your equity for top 5? So for win equity, I'd like to have around 20%, and for top 5 equity, I'd like to be closer to about 50%. And with so many guys up there, I think that's a real thing to do. If you don't know what he's talking about, that's something we have here on the Rosetta Stone. We have the win equity and the top 5 equity, okay? Hey, guys, it's late. It's already 7 o'clock, so I'm going to cut this one short because I still got to go make the Rosetta Stone and do everything and get projections out and ownership for all my sweaty tryhards so they can have it before they go to bed. Nick goes to bed real early. Do not forget to check out the pod that's coming out tomorrow. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget that I'm giving away a shit ton of money. Plan on being here Wednesday for the live stream. Hit me up, hit like and retweet on Twitter, and, of course, leave comments on all my U.S. Open videos. Hey, guys, it's been real, but I think I've got to run. Enjoy this outro.